good and doesn't sound as weird as last time. So my mic has been having some issues, and that's why I haven't been streaming as much. I've been trying to figure out how my Shadow, because I don't use my own computer to stream, I use Shadow. If you don't know about Shadow, Shadow Tech is some sort of cloud service, but it's your own computer in the cloud, and you can play through it, stream through it. You pay a monthly sub, and you can do whatever you want with it. It's much better than my actual computer, and it allows me to play these games and stream at the same time. But some days they have some technical difficulties, especially with USB ports. Sometimes also with network, you also have some network issues, but overall the experience is quite good. I have to say that if it wasn't for Shadow, for Shadow, sorry about that, I wouldn't be able to stream as much as I would like. But today's big. Let's get into the game. I actually want to get into the game to do. I can show off some of the stuff that I got this week. So I've done a little bit of farming. I've been grinding a little bit. There's a lot of stuff going on that I need to catch up to and farm much more. So we might get into that as soon as possible. First things first. So this is the first time I'm spawning today, I believe. I don't think I've done the daily Jade Runestones. Let me just quickly check that out. But yeah, how's everyone feeling? I hope everyone's feeling just good today. We have, for today, I'm gonna show off the most recent issue of the community magazine that I've been working on. And obviously, with all the news that has come up with SOTO, this one is entirely based on the SOTO news. Yeah, I've got the chest for today, so we don't need to do this. Yeah, so we're gonna get in really deep and just dive into it. I want to get into a cool spot. Maybe we'll go to Garenhof. This character, since it hasn't completed the storyline, it still has the Wizard's Tower over there. So we'll go to the Mistlock Sanctuary and teleport to Garenhof. Yes, yes, yes. That will be our background. While that loads, let me just check. Do I have everything that I need to stream you the actual... Wait, just give me a second. So, we're in Mistlock, let's go to Garenhof. Oh, this is gonna be funny. We'll go with the roller beetle, we'll get there, don't worry. Okay, this is what I want. I just want to get rid of some of
it never ends.
Bullshit. Yeah.
I travel, and the world reveals its truths to me.
So,
seems strangely comfortable.
let me
your violent life.
It's more than mayhem.
put myself into Garenhof.
I contemplate.
On the
The quickest way that I know of is through... This will lead me, I think, to, yeah, Caledon Forest. It's not quite Kessex. Kessex is a little bit north, but we can go through here as well. It's our journey for the morning. We'll just go for a little stride here. But yeah, so these past few weeks, I've been grinding a little bit. Last time I told you, but probably you guys couldn't hear shit because the audio was awful. But I got the vision. Man, and what a journey it was. But yeah, I've got it. I'm also trying to complete the medium armor legendary for PvP, although there's the new one coming up. We'll get into that in a second here. There's also... I've been a little bit lucky this week. So I've been farming the Black Lion keys for as frequently as I can. Not like every week, but almost every week. I've been getting the Black Lion keys that you can get through the gameplay. And if you don't know about these, but let me tell you about it. So, every time you complete a map, you have a chance to drop one Black Lion chest key. A Black Lion chest key will allow you to open up these Black Lion chests. And if you do preview it, you can get tons of juicy stuff from it. really, really cool. Some of these stuff down here are worth thousands of gold. I think the permanent bank access, if I believe, it's like 6,000 gold. Something like that. We can quickly check it out on the trading post. Permanent. Oh shit. Permanent. Bank? Yeah, as you can see, if you drop like a permanent bank access, which is a super rare, it's really, really hard to get one of these, but if you're a lucky bastard, you might just get like 6k gold right there. But yeah, how do you get these keys? So once a week, every time you complete a map, you get the chance to drop a key. Once you drop the key, you have to wait for the next Monday, so for the next weekly reset, so that it drops you again another key. So I've been farming some core maps with some characters. For example, my Elementalist. It has 100% world completion on core, but is now working on Heart of Thorns maps and so on and so forth. But yeah, I've been doing a couple of maps, even Hand of Dragons maps with several different characters. And also you have the second key that you can get, and this is a quite tricky one. You can make a new character, which I believe I've already deleted this week, yes. But you can make a new character every week and reach level 10. And level 10 you unlock your first chapter, your first campaign of the story, let's call it like that. And once you complete the entirety of that campaign, so the entirety of the first chapter of your personal story, so this chapter right here, number 1, as soon as you complete that, you will get a key once per week. So it's really worth it. That's why I have a character slot empty, so that every week I can farm that free Black Lion chest key. And usually my characters will only go like through these parts of the personal story, because after chapter 4 it gets really streamlined. It's not as unique per character as it is before it, so I'm not really into it. And I think, well, you guys should know about my feelings and thoughts about the actual personal story. I think we all share them. It's a good piece of content. The first few parts of the personal story makes you feel like a nobody in this huge world, and I really enjoy that. But then you start being the right hand of the pack, and it's kind of fiddly. Let me tell you, I like Claw Island is great. From there on, it gets a little bit fizzly on the personal story. But there it is, Wizard's Tower. Soon, guys, we'll be there really soon. This is gonna be great. Okay, yeah, this is the actual place that I was thinking about just using as our background here. There we go, that looks beautiful. Now, let me see how this works. If I go over here and I use this one, okay, let's just adjust the size of this, because I don't want it to fill the area of the Wizard's Tower. Maybe I can adjust the camera in-game as well to go with it. Let me just look slightly better. There we go. So, here's what I'm gonna do. So, I hope you guys are watching this. I hope this is all fine and good and dandy, and it's all working properly. Let me just quickly check. Yes, amazing, great. So this is it. Can I actually crop this? Is there a way to crop? There isn't. That's kinda... Yeah, there's no way I can crop this, at least that I know of. But, well, for the next issue, I'll try to do better. But right now, this is the magazine that I've been working on. This is the cover. And I've actually used Flipbook PDF, so this is a website that you can use to, if you have like PDF files, it will transform those PDF files into a flipbook, like so. And yeah, I'm really proud of the cover. The next expansion is here. ArenaNet announces GW2 or Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure coming the 22nd of August. and I really like the cover, the logo there, Secrets of the Obscure. I love this logo with the Wizard's Tower. Some folks are speculating that this might not be the Wizard's Tower. I watched, I bet some of you have watched as well. If you're watching my content, I bet you watch Wooden Potatoes as well. And I watched yesterday one of his videos talking about the website and the entire promotion of this next expansion. And it was actually saying that some of the community think that that's not the Wizard's Tower. I think it is. I think it is. I think it's a rework on it, but we'll see a little bit more about it. So, the Wizard's Tower falters. This is the first part. So, I'm just gonna read you guys through it. If you have any questions or you want me to stop, just let me know. You have the link there. Feel free to check the magazine at your own pace if you wish so. There's the link in the chat. So, the Wizard's Tower falters. If you're a fan of Guild Wars 2, you know these past few days have been absolutely insane. As Arena announced, the next chapter for its MMORPG, Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure, is the official title for the next expansion that is to be released the 22nd of August this year. The cryptic trailer shows us the Wizard's Tower being teleported away to a new location, leaving Garenhof unprotected for those unfamiliar with a little... Sorry, I just skipped an entire comma there. But leaving Garenhof unprotected. For those unfamiliar with the little that is known about the Wizard's Tower, I highly recommend checking out a video made by Wooden Potatoes. And this video is actually pretty good because it tackles the mystery of the Wizard's Tower to its full extent that we know currently. Well, there's the new patch, as the Wizard's Tower has just vanished into thin air. But before that, everything that we know about the Wizard's Tower is on Wooden Potatoes video. The Wizard's Tower Mysteries, I think that's what it's called. Go check that out, that is really, really good. This new expansion will feature 2 new maps at launch, with a 3rd one in a future release, and also includes the following quarterly patches for free to any who purchases GW2 SOTO, as a contrast to the old model of Living World where only the active players would get the content for free. So I think this is a big distinction. And I think this is actually a big selling point for this expansion. Previous expansions, yeah, you would get, like, attachment with the Living World. If you bought Path of Fire, then you would get Season 4 as you would play along. But if you missed any of the episodes, if you stopped playing for like 3 months, you would miss an episode. And that actually happened to me with the 4th episode of Living World Season 4. And I just had to change gold for gems to get it. Yeah. But now that's not gonna happen anymore, and you guys can just get the expansion and you'll be able to play through the entirety of the content until the next expansion without putting a single penny into the game. Unless you want to go for gems or anything like that. But that's another case. Now, another big feature for this expansion is the Skyscale for everyone. This is such a big issue right now amongst the community. I feel like this needs to be tackled, right? We need to talk about this. So my opinion on this, as a guy who has the Skyscale for about 4 years now, I think? 3 years? Wait. 2023? Yeah, 2020? Yeah, 3 years now? God damn, the time is passing by really fast. But yeah, I've been having the Skyscale for 3 years and I don't mind it at all that other players get the Skyscale. Shortwing has just got the Skyscale very recently, and he's mad as fuck that the new players are gonna get it much easier. But I think Arena and another content creators really do share this vision, and I can see it why. I can see the whys behind this decision. You can look at the competition, because when we look at a product, some of the decisions that are made with a live service game like Guild Wars 2, they are made with competition in mind. And the Guild Wars 2 has always been a game that has its competition in mind. From being one of the best, if not the best, MMORPG in terms of quality of life, it simply works like that because it tries to see what other MMOs do wrong in terms of quality of life, and Guild Wars offers so much and so better in terms of that is astonishing. And it does that by watching the other games. And right now, one of its biggest competitors, World of Warcraft, just gave literally a sky scale, a copy paste of a sky scale from Guild Wars 2 into WoW, and it gave it for free with the new expansion, and it worked perfectly. Everyone in the WoW community is loving the sky scale mechanics, and yeah, whatever, you can call it dragon flying. I call it sky scale flying. It is what it is, guys. The sky scales came first. So I do, and I really mean this, I do think that Arena made the right choice by allowing new players and this new wave of players to just come into the game, which I think it's really good. Somebody just raised me up, which is nice. Thank you. We love to see that. But yeah, so sky scale for everyone. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, features to Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure has to be the new streamlined acquisition path for the sky scale. One of the most iconic mounts to Guild Wars 2 catalog, and also the most convenient to traverse around the world of Tyria. Let's not make jokes about this. Let's just be simple and plain. Having sky scale is OP as fuck. Currently, players need to have the entire LS4, Living World Season 4, to even be able to start the harsh grind to obtain their own dragon mount. But no more! With GW2 SOTO, any player with access to this expansion will unlock a new mastery for the sky scale, and players who already own the sky scale will be able to improve the mount's capabilities. This is huge, man. Like, if you already own the sky scale, you'll get new abilities besides the ones that everyone's getting. Like, your abilities will be more powerful, the abilities of your sky scale will be more powerful than the other sky scales that people just got with this expansion. So yeah, your sky scale is getting stronger. You're not just giving sky scales away to everyone. The people that already have a sky scale will enjoy it even more, which is big. I'm being attacked again. Maybe this is not the best of places to stand because of the ogres. I forgot about these guys over here. But we can just go down there. Let's just, yeah, finish that guy. We'll just lie to the Vista right here. This Vista is really cool as well. I really enjoy this Vista. And this might actually be the best spot to watch the Wizard's Tower. There we go. So, moving on, the Skyscale and Griffin are getting updated to be able to use wind drafts and ley lines to boost their endurance, which I'm actually very curious to see how they're going to implement this. If it's going to be a special action key that you use whilst you're near a wind draft and the ley line, or if it's automatic like the glider. Because if it's automatic, some of the things with the Griffin are going to get a little bit fizzly. Especially in maps of Heart of Thorns where you have a lot of wind drafts and ley lines. So yeah, it's gonna be tricky. Speaking of limitations, one of the only limitations to the Skyscale in comparison to the other mounts available is combat. With the release of the EOD expansion, we saw the addition of the Siege Turtle, allowing players to combat whilst mounted. Now that is also coming to the Skyscale, making it the ultimate convenience once again. So now you can fight on your Skyscale and mount whilst in combat. So this is the first mount to actually do this. Oh shit, I forgot to turn off my Hollow Forge, I think that's called, or Photon Forge. And that's why I was taking damage ever. It's all fine, all good. But yeah, this is gonna be huge. Your Skyscale is gonna be able to shoot fireballs. Your Skyscale will be able to be called whilst you're fighting another, like you're fighting a boss and you're falling really low. Maybe you just wanna get out and leave. Like you wanna run away like a little pussy. You can do that now. You can just mount your Skyscale and fly away, like the true chicken that some of you are. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's move on to the next one. Tyria's new threats are out of this world. And this is one of the best pictures I've put into the magazine, in my opinion. Look at that. If that's an enemy that you're not really into fighting, look, I'm so excited to fight this. And I don't even know if this is gonna be like a boss or something, if this is just a normal mob. This looks amazing, man. This... is it monster design or is it creature design? I think it's creature design, but the creature design on this is top notch. I love it. With the end of the Elder Dragon threat, Oreen decides to hibernate as her forefathers did before Guild Wars Eye of the North, 250 years before the start of Guild Wars 2. It may seem a small thing for most, but Oreen was on this plotline for over 2 decades. Not like 2 decades, I think I actually misspoke here. I think I wanted to say 1 decade, because Guild Wars 1 came out 2005, then 2009 was the Eye of the North, so it's 1 decade. Yeah, almost 15 years, that's what I meant. But yeah, so obviously this starts a lot of questions in the community, questions that have been teasingly answered with the Guild Wars 2 SOTO announcement. Now, from the official website, they tell us about demons from the mists that are trying to overtake Tyria. These new foes are called Cryptis, and they look like something out of a horror movie. I'd wish to do a theory video on this. I don't know about it. I don't know if I can make an entire video just about this. But I would really love just to see these guys turn into the actual Menzies shadow. How were they called? Shadow clones? Or Shadow Warriors? I think it's Shadow Warriors. So Menzies is the brother of Balthazar, in case you don't know. Balthazar has a brother, half a god, that lives in the Fissure of Woe, Balthazar's domain. And Menzies is actually a pretty high contender. Look, I'm not as expert on this as some of the other content creators in terms of lore, but I know a little bit of my shit. And if everything is pointing towards Menzies, I actually bet it is Menzies. Unless ArenaNet are trying to do a rug pull on us, but it is a pretty high, a pretty tricky rug pull, because everything points towards Menzies, from the beheaded creature that we see at the end of the trailer, to the abominations that are spawning out of these rifts that have an orange tint to it. Even the fucking front cover of the expansion, that art that everyone, and I have that art as my wallpaper on my desktop actually. But the art with Zoja, the character on the middle with the relic, and then the four-armed creature doing magic in front of a portal. That portal looks a lot like something coming from the Fissure of Woe. So I do really think that this might be Menzies. I'm pretty sure it is. But let me know, guys, what you guys think, and what's your most compelling theories on this. Yeah, I'm quite excited to see how do they put these creatures into the game and their animations and stuff. So, but if we have new enemies, we need new combat features, right? And the ArenaNet promised and teased this. Grouch himself teased us that build crafters would be busy. So let's talk about this. With new enemies comes new combat features, and to much disappointment of some, there are no new elite specializations. This is one of the biggest points of this expansion as well. No new elite specializations. We can get into an entire stream just about that, the choice of not doing new elite specs for now, and I actually did. I talked with Shortwing about what would the no new elite specs decision would imply for Guild Wars 2, and we did a whole stream on it, just tackling what would the solutions be. And it seems like we actually nailed the we nailed it. We actually figured it out what ArenaNet was making. So the mystery was in the air, and after tons of speculation, we now know the answer. Every existing elite specialization will be independent to its weapon. So you now don't need to be you don't need to be a druid on a ranger to use a staff. You can be a soul beast and still use the staff. That's how it's gonna work. Yeah, and that will work for every weapon of every elite spec inside your class. This increases the amount of viable builds per elite spec, obviously, and also allows for more variety of gameplay inside the same spec, which is quite interesting. Think about this. You can use 2 different weapons of 2 other elite specs on the same spec, so you're actually almost wielding 3 elite specs. So just to give you a taste, you can be a Harbinger with a greatsword and then a pistol and a torch from the Scourge. So you'd have the greatsword from the Reaper, the torch from the Scourge, and you'd be a Harbinger with a pistol as well. You can do tons and tons of combinations now. It's gonna be actually insane. But that's not all. Actually, I would my guess at the beginning was that they would do one of these things. I would never bet that they would go for both at the same time, but I think like not having elite specs really puts some pressure on them for this spec. Also, it's a smaller expansion. There's some dubious thoughts around, so I think they've made the right decision, and it surprised me for the good here. So, what was a surprise? Every class is gonna get a new weapon. And that weapon will be wieldable by every single elite spec of that class. Because now every elite spec is not attached to a weapon. And this is actually insane. So what weapons are we gonna see? These weapons actually are gonna come on a future update to one of the future quarterly updates for the expansion, for the Secrets of the Obscure. But here they are, the new weapons. Warriors will get a staff, finally. Oh wow, I can actually zoom that out. Zoom that in. That's good. I like that. Can I actually go down? Oh no, I can. Okay, I see what's going. It's fine. Don't worry. Where was I? Yeah, Warriors are gonna get a staff, Guardians are gonna get a pistol, the Revenants are gonna get a scepter for the main hand, Engineers are gonna get a short bow. Oh my god. I can think of another weapon for the Engineers, and this is just a small suggestion. Hello, small suggestion over here. Give us fucking swords on the offhand. For the Hollow-Smith, like it's crazy. Double sword on the Hollow-Smith? Come on! It's a missed opportunity! Rangers are gonna get mace. For some fucking reason, they're still not gonna get rifle. For some reason. Thief is gonna get axe for the main hand only. I don't know. Thieves with AoE that are with high chance of crit. I don't think I like it. We'll see how that goes. Elementalists are getting a pistol, and this is quite a funny one. Even Mighty Teapot has been joking about it a lot. But I think it's gonna be quite overpowered. Is Elementalist getting a pistol on the main hand? And if you guys are not convinced, okay, just think about other light armor classes. So the Mesmer and the Necromancer with a pistol. Both the Mesmer and the Necromancer are really strong with a pistol in its main hand. And I think it's gonna happen the same thing for the Elementalist. Imagine a Weaver with a pistol and a dagger. That's gonna sound scary as fuck, let me tell you. And if they anytime release a pistol on offhand, if you have a sword on your main hand and a pistol on your half hand, we are fucking doomed. Okay, guys? Elementalist is so broken right now in PvP game modes that it's annoying. And they only have a scepter. And I'm talking about the Catalyst Fresh Air build. It's so annoying. But yeah, and this picture right here, we can see a Mechanist using the Scrapper weapon, the hammer. So that's actually a good combo there. I'm also really excited to see that one play out. So giving the new players new weapons to play is great, but doesn't stop there. There is more, guys. And runes and relics. So runes are getting reworked. This is big. This is actually one of the biggest things that they could have done as well. Runes have this weird interaction among them where they're used for expanding your build craft options, right? So you can make a build or even increasing those aspects of your build. Like, I'll give you an example. If you use Rune of the Fireworks on your Vindicators, you're gonna get a lot of value for your runes, because the runes will give you more vigor. You have lots of endurance regeneration when you have vigor, and if you use lots of your dodges on the Vindicator, it does a lot of stuffs because it's Vindicator. I'm not gonna get into the entire rotation here, but yeah, you know what I mean. And that's just one example. But there's tons of useless runes in Guild Wars 2, and useless not because of the bonus that they give or the stats that they give, but the mix of both. They become very, very dull. I actually can't think of any of those because they are not renowned, and I haven't studied I haven't prepared any of this, but there are quite a few useless runes on Guild Wars 2, and more often than not you'll see that a lot of builds use the same runes because they do work, and you want those bonus from the 6th trait of each rune. So it's a weird interaction. Their purpose is to expand and increase your build potential, but at the same time, if you don't use the right runes, you're limiting your options, and it's not fulfilling that niche of build crafting. And Renetta solved it. In my opinion, this is fucking amazing, and I can't wait to try it. I'm actually excited for this, more than the sky scale stuff, to be honest with you guys. But runes. Currently they have some issues, we've talked about this. So, with Guild Wars 2 SOTO, runes will no longer give the bonus enhancement. Each rune will give you a single stat, reaching to a total of 6. So, you're still gonna have 6 traits on each rune, but this last bonus here, on Rune of War, where it says 10% of incoming condition duration plus 10% maximum health, or minus 10% incoming condition duration, that's the bonus right there. That bonus is gonna get removed and swapped by stats to fulfill the rune, yeah? So the 6 slot on each rune is gonna get a stat instead of the bonus. But what's gonna happen to the bonus? The bonus is gonna go into a different slot. A specific slot called relics. And relics will be separate from runes, and you will only be able to equip one relic at a time. At least this is the impression that I have, is that you'll have a specific relic, so it's gonna be a new item entirely. This will make build crafting exponentially easier and more satisfying, because now you can pick the bonus for your runes, and you can pick the status depending on the rune that you want. So, imagine, if you want to go with Rune of War over here, perhaps you don't want your 10% maximum health. You like if this is for World vs. Worlds at least, you like the incoming condition duration reducing, but you don't like the maximum health. Okay, and you like the condition damage increase on the other stats. So now what you can have is this 10% maximum health. Perhaps you can trade it for another increase on condition damage with another bonus. Maybe something that will maybe you can put the bonus of the runes of Balthazar, which increases your fire damage for, I think, 10%. So you're gonna have a little bit of power creep in the game, or I say a little bit, maybe it's a bit more concerning than that. You're gonna have power creep into the game with this, but it's gonna be so much more satisfying to interact with this system than it currently is. And currently is already fun. So yeah, I think this is a big step up from what we have currently. Runes rework and relics, this is gonna be a big feature inside the new expansion. But it doesn't stop there, guys. This is big. I told you this is gonna be big. This expansion is gonna be insane. If you guys can't believe me, think about every expansion that Guild Wars 2 has released so far, and they've nailed every single one of them. Yes, they are not perfect, each expansion, but each expansion has actually improved the game like a lot. It's a step up from expansion to expansion. It's a big step up, and now we're gonna have big step ups constantly and frequently, which is gonna be big. And this is the first one. Look at this. Wizard's Vault, the solution to rewards. If there's a feature that I wouldn't replace on this expansion, and I totally want, and you can take everything else away, but you have to give me one, it's the Wizard's Vault. Guys, although I do like a lot weapon master training and everything, I am very excited about that, but the Wizard's Vault, I think this is gonna be game change. I think this is gonna flip the game inside out. Guild Wars 2 is horrible, and if you've been playing the game for just a week, if you've played the game for a week, you know, Guild Wars 2 is horrible to give a goal for the players to work towards. Usually you have legendaries, that's your typical goal. You go for your legendaries, you craft your legendaries, you grind them out for years, and then you become a full legendary if that's your goal. But what if you're a full legendary or if you don't care about legendaries at all and the ascended weapons and armor just fits you fine and you're not concerned about it. Well, now it gets pretty harsh because the world is yours for the taking and you can farm whatever you want anytime you want. You have no real sense of direction, the game doesn't push you to do any type of content, the dailies in the game are almost meaningless, giving you 2 gold, which is good for new players but meaningless for players that can do 2 gold in fucking 2 minutes. So I do think that right now one of the biggest issues with Guild Wars 2 is rewards and giving a sense that you're working towards a goal except legendaries. Legendaries are great for that and are truly amazing. And we still have some legendary talk to have inside this magazine and about the expansion. But this is actually huge. This might be the most game changing feature that we're gonna get. So let's dive into it. It's gonna be a battle pass of some sort. So it's a reward system that will be released with the expansion right away on the 22nd of August and will allow players to earn mount skins, weapons, armor, and much more, as well as gem store items. And I can't imagine what they're gonna... If they put gem store items in there, they can put anything in there. They can give you upgrade extractors, they can give you infusions, they can give you... And I'm not saying that they will give you an infusion to sell, but they can probably give you an account bound infusion to work towards, which might be really big, guys. This is the potential for this system is through the roof. It's a typical battle pass, so new rewards will be coming to the vault as a regular basis, and old rewards will stay always available, so you don't have that FOMO, that fear of missing out on the rewards for that time. There is no price attached to the vault, so you will get vault progression only and simply by playing the game, which I love. There's no gems attached to it. You're not like paying gems to get it. You're not paying even gold to get into the vault. This is gonna be amazing, guys. This is gonna be insane. It's a big step in the right direction for rewards in Guild Wars 2, and I can't wait to get inside this thing. Okay, we're almost done, but we're still not done. Open world legendary armor. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Guys, if this isn't big, I don't know what might be. I'm sorry, guys. We need to talk about this, right? Legendary armor for open world PvE. What else do you want? If you thought that the expansion couldn't get better, here it is. What else do you want? What else do you want to start playing the best MMO that there is right now? So, this, for those of you that don't know what legendary means in Guild Wars 2, legendary means once you have a legendary item, you will never need to work or gear of the same item. So that item will have every type of stats, the stat combination that you want, and you can change whenever you want those stats. As well as the skins, you're not paying transmutation charges, which is the currency to change the skin of a certain item, so you change the appearance of an item. It's like transmog in World of Warcraft. You're not gonna pay that currency if the item is legendary, so you're free to change the appearance at your own will, you're free to change the stats at your own will, and it's the best stats in slot, always. It's gonna be free for you to put any sigils and remove the sigils without any extractors. The same works for infusions. Legendary items are big. If you have a full legendary armor set, your character with that How I forgot about this. Now with the legendary armory that they've implemented just before End of Dragons, or during End of... No, before End of Dragons, with the legendary armory, you no longer need to build a new legendary for each character, or reassign the same item through the bank and change it between characters. No, the legendary armory is account-wide, so all your characters have access to all your legendary items at the same time. So if you do need like a light armor set for if you have a light armor set of legendary, your Mesmer, your Elementalist, and your Necromancer don't need another armor set for the rest of their fucking lifetimes. So yeah, that's legendary armor. So this is pretty exciting, this is pretty hyped, because legendary armor up until so far is only available through raiding, which is quite niche and very hard to get into because of getting into groups is not as easy as it is on some other MMOs like Final Fantasy XIV or World of Warcraft. Guild Wars 2 is not very great at incentivizing players to create groups. There's no real incentive for someone to just open a tag and go to the LFG. It's gotta be the person itself to feel that incentive. And the game doesn't do that for us at all. So that puts a little bit of a barrier to work towards that legendary set. You have World vs. World, but you need a level 500 of experience on World vs. World, which can be quite annoying to get. I'm still working on mine. And you can get it through PvP, which you need a level 100 to start working on it. To be precise, you don't need to be good on World vs. World or PvP to get those legendary armor sets. You just need to play it a lot. The same thing, you can say the same thing for raids though. You really need to be good at the game, or someone to carry you, and you need to play them. That's out of the TOS, I think. I'm not sure about that, but on my point of view, I think it is. Last but not least, we have the pricing, and I really want to talk about this, because I think ArenaNet dropped the ball here, and I think this is the only place where they did drop the ball. I'm not very happy with the price. Although I'm very, very excited, and let me tell you something. And I don't think I should say this out loud, because I don't want ArenaNet to listen to this very often, because they might do it someday, so we need to be careful when we say this. But with the amount of stuff that they've announced about the expansion, even if the core price, the standard price was 50 euros, I would play it and I would get it, because I'm a core fan of Guild Wars 2. I'm already attached to the game. If I'm a new player and I don't know this game, and all the features that I see about this expansion are for players that have been playing the game for quite a while, the only thing that I see here for a new player might be... might actually be the Sky Scale. That's like the most enticing thing for a new player, I think. Yeah, the Wizard's Vault is quite good as well, and the Legendary Armor is really good, but most of the new players won't understand what that means, so... But yeah, and getting into a game that asks you $25 for 3 maps, and 2 encounters with a fractal, a dungeon. Oh man. That might not sound great. If it was $5 less, or €5 less, whatever, I think it would be a little bit different. And I think that most people wouldn't feel like they... Right now on the community, I can see some discontent about the pricing, because it's very close to the other expansions, the pricing. It's very, very close. And since we're gonna be paying this price more oftenly, I think it could drop just a little bit. But hey, let me be absolutely clear here. Even if it was 50 euros or $50, whatever, I would fucking play it, because I'm already attached to it. And and unless they fucking pull another Dragonstorm on me, I think I can't handle another Dragonstorm, to be honest. But unless they do that, yeah, I'll be playing this game the fuck out of it, you know. But yeah, for the standard issue, you do have just the standard expansion. You're gonna get a level 80 booster and a shared inventory slot, because the level 80 booster needs that inventory slot, so it's a good bonus there. But I actually got the deluxe, and this gives you I will show it off in a second, but this gives you a raptor, it gives you a hat, a fancy, very fancy hat. I quite enjoy the hat, and a special emote as well. And I think that's it, right? I don't think. Yeah, the level 80 booster as well. Oh, a character slot as well. Yeah, and the identity repair kit. So yeah, there's some folks that go a step beyond, because at $70.99, so at $80, you get extra 4,000 gems. So that's a 50% discount on gems, on those 4,000 gems. You're just like paying for 2,000 of them. Yeah, it's good, but gems, I can farm them in game. I don't fucking mind. Yeah, and the back piece of it, the back cover of the entirety of it, is that we are recruiting the team that worked on this. So I did the writing and the editing, so I did put everything this together, but this wasn't like the first time I've put things together, and they just stayed like this. I have two confidants, two gamers that actually take a look at this before I release it, and they give me their thoughts and opinions, and even some adjustments on it. But if you do want to help me to write some of this stuff, because I do want to release this every month at least, yeah, feel free to join. I would be really happy to have more people on board with this. Also, I want to start having, I don't know if some of you guys saw my first interaction of some of this type of content, but I've also, on the first issue of this, I added some in-game screenshots, and I actually want to have some of that as well. So if you guys are really good at taking screenshots in game, or are really good at making art, and you want it to be on the next issue, just email it and at the aethercommunity@gmail.com, and yeah, I'll be more than happy to have it on the magazine with all the references to the creators of it and everything. But yeah, let's try to build something for our community as with this form of content, because I do think that Guild Wars 2 could use a little bit. Like, I imagine, I'm unemployed, so it doesn't really matter to me, I just watch a video, but I imagine some folks that are working, and I just want to read something through their lunch break or something, and this could be something for them to read once every month. Like, I would really like to push this to once every week once we had more people working on it, but hey, well, let's baby steps, right? We will get there all in due time. But yeah, this is it. The Guild Wars 2 magazine, and this was the deep dive on it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, let's hide this. Yeah, I was talking about the Raptor. So the Raptor skin, if you buy the deluxe edition. Oh, I don't have it on this character, which is funny. Let me get into my Harbinger. Because I do have it on my Harbinger, but funnily enough, my Harbinger is on the Armistice Bastion, so I can't. I have to go to Arborstone. But yeah, guys, please let me know if you guys enjoyed the magazine. Give me any feedback. Even if you're like, oh, why the fuck is this guy even going through the work of writing like 10 pages and putting some pictures together? Why does he even bother? If you guys want to say that, just do it in the comments. Feel free to do so. It's feedback. I want feedback, whether it's good or not. I just want to know what you guys think about this. I need to know what you guys think of what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm just doing it for nothing, for myself, and that's not the goal. I'm not doing things just for myself. I'm doing things to be shared with others. So, what was my goal? To go to Arborstone, right? and show off the amazing hat and the emote. Oh, Storm! Feedback? Put the mic close to the sound speaker. Wait, what do you mean the mic to the sound speaker? Do you mean that the game is too low? Is the game too low? Don't tell me that the game is too low. Come on. Is the game too low? Or am I too low? What do you mean with the sound speaker, my friend? So, moving on. No, you'll get the... Oh, I'll get the feedback. Oh! Oh, man. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. You know what? Do you remember those times when we... Oh, man, this is... I don't know if this even happens anymore. But do you remember those times where you had, like, a stereo device attached to the computer? Like, just some audio, some stereo? And you would receive a message on your phone, and you would get feedback from your stereo. It was so weird. Even to this day, yeah, that's so. Even to this day, I don't know how the fuck that would happen. But that shit would even detect when you would get a message, because sometimes the feedback would come before the message, which is even weirder. Like, what the fuck? What kind of ether magic is that, right? But yeah, this is the Raptor, guys. The new Raptor for the expansion. What's it called? What's this skin called? Let me see here. It's gotta have a pretty name for sure. Let's see here. It's the Astral Ward Feathered Raptor. So I think we're gonna see some of these folks walking around on the Astral Ward on the Wizard's Tower. Yeah. And they look pretty good. The dice on them are pretty good as well. I can just show you the dice Raptor. And yeah, I can just randomize so you guys can see how much you can have. And it has this pretty neat animation of just chasing an orb. With its beak. I don't know why, but I love that animation. And the sound effect of it is really cool as well. That's the Raptor. Then you have... let me just zoom in a little bit. Then you have this little hat here, which, as you can see, it has some... Let me just go to the dice here real quick. As you can see, it has some sort of special effect, some special scribing going around the hat, some magical scribes. And I really enjoy that. That's really cool. I really like that. I really like the flavor that this hat has. Yeah, it's pretty good. And also, if you do the deluxe edition, you also get this new... Let me just try not to fuck this up. Juggle? Yes, this new emote, which is Magic Juggle. Which, for those of you that fancy emotes, like me, this is pretty good as well. I think this looks pretty cool. A little bit idiotic on male characters, but on female characters this looks amazing. And you can also make like oh, what is it called? Those clowns from the medieval times. Oh, what are they called? A jester. Just like you can be a jester. If you're like a clown, you can just magic juggle on it. Looks really cool. I like it. Yeah, that's the things that you get from the deluxe edition, as well as the character slot. But before we started talking about the magazine, I was talking about the Black Lion keys and what I got this week. So if I go to a Black Lion box and I go preview right now, and usually this is what you want to search for when you're doing preview on one of these boxes. Besides the super rare, which are always there, you want to get either one of these rares, not the skins of the weapons, but from the skins beyond. One of these rares, especially these keys are really good. If you get these three keys, these are really awesome. But the special item for each type of chest of these will be here on these two slots. And these ones are the hologram outfit. And this little cute guy, the round tail dragon jade bot skin. So, I did the keys for this week, and I actually got quite lucky, as I said. Even more lucky than I thought that I was. And I know that I'm a lucky bastard sometimes in this game. I dropped the Dragon's Eye infusion from Dragonstorm on like my second try, so yeah, I was pretty lucky on that. But look at this! I got the hologram outfit! And it looks so good, man! Especially on an engineer. This looks so good! This is better than any infusion that I've seen in the game! This is amazing, man! Look, it has a special trail effect and everything. This is so good. It's amazing. And the dyes that you can put on it. It's so freaky, I like it. Man, this is one of the best outfits out there. And it's not even close. And it's not all. I also got the skin for the Jade bot. Look at this chubby boy. He's so pretty. Yeah. But I have a concern now, because I don't have the mini Jade bot, and I only have 600 research notes. I need to work on some research notes, and that's actually what we're gonna do today. I'm actually gonna start working on it right the fuck now. Let me get into my warrior. Let's craft some stuff, some mithril stuff. I think if I craft 100 mithril items, I might get the 1k research note that I need for the Jade bot minion. And my warrior is right here on the crafting station, which is quite handy. This is just to craft mithril ingots. Let's craft mithril. We need mithril. Mithril is big. What are we gonna craft? I could craft some mithril axes. Some sort of... that's steel. That's dark steel. Valkyrie? What Valkyrie uses? Fangs? Not really with much fangs nowadays. Neither scales, to be honest. What about bones? Bones. Oh, venom sacks. No, that's good. I don't have much elder wood planks. I need to work on that as well. But yeah, so I really want to get this Jade bot. And I need to get this Jade bot so that I can see the dragon that I got. Because what's the point of having a Jade bot skin if you don't have the Jade bot mini to see it at all times, and you only see it when you zip a zip line or something, which I can actually do to show it off. Like, let me actually put that on. So if I go through a zip line, and there's a quite big zip line right here, so this could actually be fun. I think it's this one. No, this one goes down. The one that goes in a straight line, I think it's this one. Yeah. And there, and he sticks his tongue out. Oh man, that's so good. That's fucking adorable. I love it. Look at that. That's amazing, man. It's such a pity that you can't die the fucker. Oh man. If you could die the little fucker, that would be cool. But hey, you can't even die the standard Jade bot, so... Let's keep working on our mithril. I think it was a rampager, right? A ravager? Rampager? Clerics? Is it clerics? No, clerics is totems. It's rampager, for sure. Yeah, it is. Oh, there's also... I've been watching One Piece, as some of you guys know, and I've just reached the time skip. Luffy is... spoilers, everyone? Luffy is training. And it's pretty interesting with who is training, and everyone on the crew is also training as fuck now. So it's gonna be good to see them back. I might even start today watching after the time skip. I don't know, because I'm a little bit, well, as usual, I'm a little bit tired. I haven't slept yet, so I do need to put some sleep in. But I also have to catch my nieces from the school bus at 5, so I need to be awake around that time. So I might just stay awake for around that time and then pick them up. Mithril axe blade, so we need 50 of these, right? And then, oh, shit. Shit. Let's buy 250 of these. Just because I don't want to go and search for wood. Oh man, I have been trying so many games for the past few days. And look, I really want to start streaming other stuff. Although Guild Wars 2 is... And it's not that I only want to stream Guild Wars 2, it's the only game that I really play all the time. I played a little bit of... Why the drum roll? New World! Yeah, New World! Look, I've been having fun on New World as well. I understand a lot of the criticism on that game, but I also think it wasn't really given a fair shot. I think New World deserves a little bit more recognition than it has right now. New World is a great game. It really is a great game.
What is it?
Like, just a bit. Honestly, I don't have much time. Yeah, the problem with games like New World is that it's neither a park MMO and neither a full hardcore MMO. It's a little bit in between of those. Like, Guild Wars 2 is a park MMO. Like, it's an amusement park. You're gonna do whatever you want to do. Everything is an amusement and is entertaining. You want to go for group content, you have all sorts of options. You want to go for solo, you have all sorts of options. Now with New World, you do have some of those options, but they are not very well defined or refined, because they've been improving a lot on that aspect. I've started doing dungeons on New World, and they're like dungeons in Guild Wars 2. They're not great, but they work. They work for the content that they were trying to do, in my opinion. Especially with their combat system, it's so hard to even try to do something like that. And I do respect them for even trying. Wait, how many do I need? Oh, shit! Fucking dumb balls. I need another stack. I'm level 40 at the moment. It's very easy to level. Yeah, the game is also very easy to level. But at the same time, the combat, it's so hardcore. The combat is so good. It's like combat in Guild Wars 2, but I think they work in opposite ways. So Guild Wars 2, the combat is a little bit stiffer and a little bit more annoying for folks that don't know how to play. So if you don't have quickness or alacrity, it's gonna be a little bit more annoying than if you do know how to play and you do know how to apply boons and how to make the most of your boons. On New World, I think it's a little bit of the opposite. The game is very, very enjoyable if you are not trying to understand, and if you're just going for it and swing your sword away. Then if you're really trying to put a build together and really put your brain into it and try to make the most of your DPS, because the game doesn't work like that. But at the same time, it has content, especially a new raid, that it is kind of targeted towards that. So I think, like other MMOs of that same type, Arcade, what was the other one? Oh fuck. Black Desert, yeah, Arcade, Black Desert, they are not niche MMORPGs. They are not focused on being either a survival, a hardcore, or a fucking amusement park MMO. They are trying to do the entire thing at the same time. And maybe that's the new direction that MMOs are going to take, because World of Warcraft was something akin to that in its time. It was broadening the horizons for what an MMO could be. And these games are doing that at, like, the same way. Just a little bit different, right? Did I craft? No, I didn't. Oh yeah, I need the other stack. Did I buy the stack though? Oh, I'm feeling so dumb. I really sometimes can't focus on talking and doing stuff at the same time. I need another stack of these 250. But the game is, oh man, the game is so good. The game is really good, and to be honest, the story itself is undervalued. There's some issues with the story, but I can see that. I can see that with every game. I can see that with every fucking piece of content that I see, from movies to TV shows to books. There's always some sort of thing in the story that doesn't fit. My time is precious. Always. There's no perfect story. But even with that in mind, I think it's very respectable, the story that they are trying to tell, and it's very compelling. The only thing is that the way it's the same fucking issue with Guild Wars. The story of Guild Wars is exceptional. The way they show the story to you, or the way that they present the story to you, is lackluster. For the most part. Since POF, it has improved a lot, and with End of Dragons, it was another big step, but like, it is somewhat lackluster. You think about Dragonstorm, and it is quite lackluster for the type of stuff that they were trying to do, and then what they actually gave us. And I think that sometimes, or more often than not, is what happens in New World. More often than not, you're actually stopping a full-on invasion of, oh, how are they called? Oh, I don't remember about the Corrupted. You are trying to fully stop an invasion of the Corrupted towards that region of the world of Aeterna, and it's meaningless. You don't feel it. You're just fighting a boss. You don't even feel it. You don't feel like you're doing much at all, in my opinion. Although the combat is great. Combat's really good. Besides that, you don't feel like you're taking part of something big. And Guild Wars 2, to be honest, doesn't suffer from that because of metas. Because if we didn't have metas, Guild Wars 2 would be a very bland game. Let me tell you, PvE in Guild Wars 2 without metas would be dead. But I don't think Guild Wars 2 would even break the 10 years if it didn't have any sort of metas. Can I craft 50 now? Please? Will you let me craft 50 now? Guild Wars 2 nowadays is have more maps, but it's smaller. I think Guild Wars 2 needs to focus on one thing, or Arena needs to focus on one thing, and I think it's that they're showing that they're focusing on that thing. At least the impression that I have. Guild Wars 2 is a great game as is. We just need more of it, and not just more of it in big quantities, but more of it in an increasingly quality. So the quality is increasing by each release. What do I mean by this? If you look at Path of Fire and man, let's go in even further. If you look at the beginning of Season 3 and you go towards the entire journey of Season 3, Path of Fire, and Living World Season 4, you can see exactly what I mean. Is with each release they were getting better, they were doing things with much higher quality. The story was getting much better with new content, new maps, new additions, quality maps, quality content, new raids. But if you remember, Season 3 you had Wing 4, Path of Fire you have Wing 5, then during Season 4 you have Wing 6 and 7. So they were releasing new raids, new fractals, new maps. That's exactly what we need right now for Guild Wars 2. We don't need a reinventing of the wheel all over again. Some places we do, like the rune rework and the relics and the vault system, but for the most part, for the core aspects of this game, I think we just need more of it with better quality. That's all that we need. So when I mean better quality, I don't mean that this needs to be a AAA title. I mean that this needs to be polished as fuck. They can put, in my opinion, they shouldn't put stuff that's gonna break 10 years of their work, of their content, right? Like if they put, once the weapon master training comes around, and every warrior will be able to use double dagger now, so if you're gonna go for a berserk with double dagger, your content is not gonna go full on bug wars just because you have double daggers. That's what I mean. They need to be polished, they need to be absolute pristine, because Guild Wars 2, in terms of its service, it's really good. It's really, really good. With the launch of the next expansion, like, there will... Okay, let's imagine we play WoW for a second, guys. Imagine that we are all into WoW and that we all love WoW. Right now, if we all love WoW and we want to play the newest release, I bet you there's a fucking queue to get in, and I bet you it's bugged as fuck. That's not what I want for Guild Wars 2, and Guild Wars 2 doesn't have a queue to get in, ever. Guild Wars 2 doesn't even have maintenance, because it's always live. It's a live service game that's 24/7 up. There's no maintenance time for Guild Wars 2 whatsoever, and whenever the expansion releases, you'll be playing it as soon as the patch drops, which is huge comparing to every other MMO in the fucking genre. And they need to leverage it. The way they can leverage that sort of feature of their system is by polishing the releases as much as they can. Because if they release stuff that's really polished, it doesn't bug, it works, and it's good on release, and everybody's really excited to play it because there's no wait time, there's no queues, there's no inconvenience whatsoever to play new content, Guild Wars 2 will blow every other MMO out of the water for now. At least for now. I'm not talking about Ashes of Creation and stuff like that. But at least for now, I think it blows every other MMO out of the water. It just needs to do it consistently and frequently. They can't drop the ball now. I think we are on the last legs of Guild Wars 2 if they don't pull this off. I'm not saying that this is the last expansion for Guild Wars 2 to be successful, and if they fail with this one, it's the end of the game. I don't think that's the case. I think we'll have at least another 2 to 3 expansions of this same scale as SOTO. At least. Because they wouldn't say that they want to reinvent the wheel for expansions if they hadn't a bigger plan for what expansions we are going to get in the future. At least in my mind. How are we on research notes? That was a big ramble on the same subject, and I'm sorry if I bored you guys. I'm not gonna buy the expansion for now, kinda need a bit more and something more appealing. Yeah, and I totally get this expansion. I really feel like it's not as Path of Fire or Heart of Thorns, where you really want to get the expansion to keep playing the game and enjoy the game to its full extent. There's like no real point to getting the new expansion if you're already happy with what expansions you have. Like these three the content that we currently have in the game is huge, and we could play this content for like years now. If Guild Wars 2 or some community would release a private server of this state of the game, it would be played for a lot of people, like at least 1,000 to 2,000 people. I betcha. Because this is a great state for the game. I just don't like PvP right now, but that's another question, because PvP is broken, because we have CMC and Grouch. One is the lead of fucking balance, and the other is the lead of the fucking game, and they're both main fucking elementalists, and Catalyst is gonna be broken forever. We are doomed with Catalysts. How much more do I need? I need another 150. Will we craft some orichalcum stuff?
Rely on strength, not false gods.
That's not good. That's not good. I have some consumables here that I can craft. I could craft some of these consumables. 34. Ooh, actually I think this might work, because if I do 25 of these, that's gonna be a lot, right? But yeah, I totally get it. It's not a required expansion as much as was Path of Fire or Heart of Thorns, in my opinion. Even End of Dragons, you can say the same thing for End of Dragons. I think it wasn't as required as Path of Fire and Heart of Thorns, because Path of Fire gave you the mounts, and the mount system is impeccable. It's like if you didn't get Heart of Thorns packed with Path of Fire and you only had money for one of those expansions, Path of Fire is the one that you needed to choose, just because of mounts. It's like the best system that they created for Guild Wars 2 up until now. And if you don't try that system, you're just losing. You're just losing. There's nothing that you're winning without. You're just losing. Oh, come on! I'm losing right now, and I'm losing because of fucking research notes. But yeah, I highly recommend anyone that hasn't tried Guild Wars 2 mounts. I highly recommend just get into the game just to try it, because it's so good. It's so fucking good. Oh, come on. Oh! Any more research notes? Show me what you wears. What's your wares? Here it is. I think that's it. Oh, two more, come on. 1, 2. That's it. That's it. 1,000. That's 1,000. Now give me my jade bot. My mini jade bot, please. Give me a jade bot, please. Where's my mini jade bot, please? Mini jade bot. There it is. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Now, add to account wardrobe. There it is. And now, the very, very special. And where is it? Ah, there it is. My little chubby boy. Look at that. Doesn't he look cute? Doesn't he look cute? Look at that motherfucker. Oh, I like it. By the way, have you been doing the weekly strikes? No, weekly strikes on the community has been on a standstill. And this is only because I want to do a new... How do I put this? I want not a new schedule. We're gonna maintain the same schedule, Mondays at the same time, but I want to add a new day as well. Why do I want to add a new extra day? Because sometimes people don't get the chance to do it on Mondays, and that way we also have the backup day, let's call it like that. You also have the backup day during the week for them to join up and do them when they're available. And also on that backup day, I want to start doing training runs. So Mondays we keep the EOD strikes as they are, but the other day I want to start doing training runs. Training runs for strike CMs. So we'll start with My Train CM, Anka CM, and then Kaineng Overlook CM. Then we will move on to raids. We will do raid 4, raid wing 4, then 1, then 3. No, sorry. Then 1, then 2, then 3, and then we'll go 6, 7, 5. Yeah, that's the plan. It's a big plan, but yeah, I've actually been working on a. Well, I would call it a document, but I'm not gonna share a document on it. I'm just like inside the document, I'm typing what I want to share, and yeah, I'm working on a text to then put on Discord with all that info and how we are going to restructure, let's call it that, the strike squad, because I really want this strike squad to be as active as possible. The same way that Guild Wars 2 sees World vs. World as a cornerstone of its game, I see the Strikes team, the Strike squad, as a cornerstone of our community.
Never leave a wrong to ripen into evil.
Hit me up when you have something more concrete. I've been focusing more on my thing. Yeah, sure. I'm focusing on my driver's license and then study. How is it going? Your driver's license. I'm actually curious. How is that going?
I'm glad Fury isn't
It's
alive
nice to
to
see you.
see his niece drag our good reputation straight.
I was actually thinking about doing some strikes. Now that you've thought that you talked about it, it, made me think of it. I just need my lighter, though. Did I drop it? If I did, where did it drop? Oh man. Oh, I didn't drop it. It was beneath my phone. Amazing. Well, finish all mandatory lessons. Oh, nice. And have the minimum. Nice. Oh man, you're getting close. So sometime soon you're gonna come up to my house and pick me up on your brand new car with your brand new driver's license and take me out for a beer. Can't wait for it, Storm. Can't fucking wait for it, mate. That's gonna be good. It's gonna be insane, actually. Monday I go there to schedule the test. Oh, the test is coming up. Wait, Friday? Oh shit. Oh, so funny. Look at this. I actually have. And this is not scripted at all, guys. This is just, as I said, I just do these for the Black Lion keys, and then I might get into the story and do one more chapter. But my next chapter is actually here on the Wizard's Tower for the Asura storyline, which is actually funny. I'm not gonna do that now.
All heat expelled.
Brand new 98 car. It's brand new because you never driven it before, right? Or driven it before, so it's brand new for you, mate. Look, my guitar is not. How do I say it? My guitar when I bought it was not brand new, but it was new to me. It was my new guitar, right? So that counts. Just a few meters. Ah, just a few meters. How many kilometers are in the car? I'm actually curious. What's the mileage on that thing? What do I want to do here? I actually want to see for matters. Oh, we have gang war about to start. Do we have anyone doing gang war? Gang wars, please. No gang wars. Ooh, that's rough, isn't it? Then we go for Chakirant. Yes, Chakirant. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, it's true. That's actually pretty good. I'll be honest. Wait, was the car parked in a garage since 2000s? Or are you forgetting a zero there? Maybe you're forgetting a zero? Are you sure you're not forgetting a zero in there? Count the zeros, Storm. Count the zeros. Make sure that you put every single zero on that. I'm almost sure that you're missing 1 or 2 zeros, mate. Let me see the LFG here for this meta. There's also something that really strikes me with Guild Wars 2 is that they have not yet decided to put the fucking event timers in the UI. And I really wish that they, like, I don't know, I think it's Lost Ark, wasn't it? Wasn't, Storm, you played Lost Ark, wasn't it Lost Ark that had a schedule for the timers of its events in-game? Like, a true schedule, like, with the days, the time, the hours, because it works a little bit different than the metas in Guild Wars 2. Not every event will happen every day on that game, so. You need to be aware of also the days. But the UI for that was really good. Yeah. The UI for that was so good, man. I would love something like that for Guild Wars 2. It belonged to an old man that didn't drive much. Oh, that's... Did he make you like a good discount? If he did make you a good discount and the car is barely used, that's great, mate. What?
Now this
fucking,
is a find.
That's a gem. That's a 98 gem. Just like me, I'm from 98, so I was born on 98, so hey, that car is aging like fine wine, just like myself. Wait, I didn't check the actual meta. Tangle Depths. Meta. Scar. Oh shit, that's 16 on Q. That's a lot. What's the next Scar? There's no more Scar? They are on 1, 2, 3. Let me join the Ogre with 5. Oh shit, that's also on Q. Scar 148. Scar 148, was this one the one that I tried to join? Why can't I join? Why can't I join? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Meta Taxi, but this one is full as well, right? Right. Oh, I couldn't join because leave. I forget about this little icon here sometimes. It's new stuff. I sometimes get confused. 14? You gotta be joking, mate. Mate, you gotta be joking, no? 14? No, that's not the same IP. These people don't know how to check their IPs. Okay, 7. I'll keep on this one. I have some rust because it was in Ericeira near... Oh, Ericeira. Ericeira. Love it. Near the sea, but the engine works like a clock. I already changed the escape and the distribution chain. Oh shit, it was still the original and works very well. Okay, have you tried? Have you taken it out for a spin yet? Yourself? Like, if I ask you how does it feel to drive it compared to the school cars, can you make like a difference? Yes. Good. Man. Look, if I told you a year ago that we would be having this conversation on my Twitch chat, you wouldn't believe it, mate. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it that you would be taking the driver's license, and you wouldn't believe it that I would be streaming. It's amazing. Oh, about the difference between the school car and your car, you can't tell yet because the school cars are diesel and the clutch is different. I've heard that diesel clutches are very different from oh, do the English guys just call it oil? I think it is. Then the oil ones, because diesel and oil, they're both oil, but one is different. I don't know how they pronounce it, but yeah. But I don't know how different though. That's the thing, because everyone says it's different, but is it like more stiff? Is it more softer? Is it easier to get the desired clutch? Is it... I don't know. Because I've never driven like... I've just drove one car. And it was in England, and I don't have a driver's license. But we had the DL. So in England, if you have on your car, so the car wasn't mine, but if you have on your car an L on the back, it's because you are teaching someone that doesn't have a driver's license. Yes, you are training them to drive, like practically and legally training them to drive. As long as the owner of the car is on the co-pilot and there's like just someone training as a pilot, that person can drive legally in that car. And that's how I actually drove. The sensitivity is different. Diesel, if you release the pedal and it just works. Gasoline, if you don't press the accelerator, the car dies. Oh. Oh, that does sound a little bit... Do you know how would I describe that? For me, gasoline just sounds like no quality of life at all. If you try to relax the accelerator foot, the car just dies. There's no quality of life on it. Am I right by saying something like that, Storm? This queue, man, is still at 8. Damn. And the meta has started already, so... Probably I'm not gonna get this meta. It's more likely than I'm not. I can go for Fire Elemental while I wait for the Battle of Tyre. Try to go for one. The Leyline anomaly has just despawned. Squad leader just left. Yeah. This is not gonna work. Yeah, I'll go fire elemental. Just because fire elemental has been like these. Oh, now I don't want to. Thanks, game, but now it's not useful. Just because these reworked bosses, I do think they're quite enjoyable to do, in comparison to the previous types that they were. I just hope the final exam isn't on a gasoline car. You're gonna let the car die. You're like a support, and you can't let your car die now.
Something? No.
That's how it is. You can't fail mechanics. You have to do the rotation and be careful with your accelerator foot. That's it. That's why you've been training all this time as a heal firebrand. Just so that you can pass your driver's license test. Oh man, Guild Wars 2 helping in your life. Look at that. You'll love to see it. Have you played the new Fractal yet, Storm? I really want to bring you to the new Fractal, because I know that you're gonna love to do support on that one. Specifically heal Firebrand on that Fractal. And I'm not being sarcastic at all. I think you're really gonna enjoy to be a support on that Fractal. Because the mechanics doesn't fall only on the support. It's really, really good. Like, the support has the same amount of mechanics as the other facets of the party. And I think that's how most encounters should work, in my opinion. Because there's a lot of responsibility on the shoulders of the supports on squads for Guild Wars 2. In fact, usually the supports are the only guys that have a burden to carry, right? The other guys just have to focus on DPS. That's all. Do we have any commanders doing Central Tier bosses? This is gonna be fun. No? Yeah, I'll create a squad. Guys, join my squad if you want to. Jungle Worm. Jungle Worm, let's go. Let me map. World boss Jungle Worm on blue tap. Other MMO that I've tried recently, and this was actually surprised me because I did play the beginning of that game when it launched, and I'm talking about Blade and Soul. I did play the beginning of the game when it launched, and I didn't recall that it was actually that good. The first few moments of the game, it is actually good. I'm looking to do some course in informatic. My bad, starting fall. Like, what sort of informatic though? Because you need to be really, really careful with technology courses nowadays. Because you can't. Everyone has them, in my opinion. Not everyone, obviously, but the big part of my generation has an IT course of some sort, just like me, and it's not very valuable unless it's some sort of programming. Maybe design. I heard that design is really good on our country.
Holograms off.
But programming, man, programming is the one and the end. How do you say it? The be all and end all. And one guy actually said legend. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the outfit. Web design is good but expensive, yeah. I've done one a few years ago. Web design, it's not actually... Maybe it's the most... with the most job opportunities that you have. maybe it's web design. But when I talk about design, I mostly think about brand design. Really making logos for companies, making like the social media posts and everything. I'm not very keen for web design, to be honest. I'm much more, and you probably can tell, right? You know me, Storm. I'm much more into those marketing design ideas. I want something more chill. Yeah, and programming isn't chill at all. Like on my multimedia course, so we had design, we have photography, cinematography, a little bit of game design, 3D modeling, 2D animation, and just a small little bit of 3D animation. And also we had a special discipline just for programming. We started with simple stuff like HTML, then PHP, then I think we went to what's it called, the JavaScript, then MySQL, and I think we stopped there. Oh no, I learned the basis, really basic stuff of C++, like nothing out of the ordinary, like some table stuff and some if sentences. But to be honest, the programming stuff was the most hard stuff that I got on that course, without a doubt. I'm starting to focus more on trading too. Yeah, trading is actually something that I want to go back to. But since I'm unemployed, my budget is very constrained. I really need to think about every single penny that I spend nowadays. But yeah, I'll go back to trading very soon. I don't even know if Twitch allows trading streams. Maybe it does. But it would be funny to have, like, somewhere down the line. Imagine if I do, like, a stream when I start trading. Like, this is the amount that I'm starting. And a couple of years down the line, I do a second stream with, like, the results. It would be funny. You have a trading section. I've never watched that. I'll be honest, man. I'm not a big Twitch watcher or viewer. Like, unless I'm really into the content creator. If it's like Muckluck, Wooden Potatoes, although Wooden Potatoes streams on YouTube nowadays. But if it's like someone that I'm really keen to watching, I might turn on Twitch to watch. It's not a guarantee, but I'm like the MFC. The Mists Fighting Championship from Nudie. I watched the first edition, like the first fight card, and the second for its entirety, and I loved it. All on Twitch. It's really good. But where I usually watch my content is on YouTube. 90% of the content that I consume, it's on YouTube for sure. And that's why I always wanted to make sure that I put some content on YouTube and not solely on Twitch. Because I'm much more of a YouTube enjoyer, a YouTube fan than Twitch. Although Twitch is a great platform. I'm doing simulated training. It's fake. Yeah, simulated or demo accounts are pretty underrated from like YouTubers and at least from actual traders that you can follow on YouTube. They're pretty underrated. They don't trend to actually incentivize you to start doing that, at least the ones that I saw. But it's so dubious not to do that. Because even though you start like with a reasonable amount, I'll say for XTV, for example, the one that I use, you start with 50,000 euros, which for me is unrealistic. I'm not ever going to be able to put that amount in one single deposit. But I can trade with just the value that I would deposit. Although I do have the 50,000, I could just use the amount that I intend to deposit further down the line and try that out. So yeah, even though I might lose the simulated money, I'm not losing actual money. So it's always a good thing in my opinion. At least for someone that's trying out or starting again. Like before I start trading again, I'll do a simulation for sure. I'll run a simulation probably for 1 or 2 months, and then I'll start trading. The world boss hasn't spawned yet. It will spawn in a second. Yeah, 100 is enough. Leverage 10 times. I'll be honest. I'm not a very of a leverage guy with my own money, because leveraging has it has a lot of benefits for sure. But since I'm sometimes someone of a risk trader, not day-to-day risks. I'll take like a risky investment of like 50 euros on one company that no one knows about, but I study the company. I'll look for its products. I'll see like what it's developing, and if it's something like I'll give you an example. One of the last companies like this that I tried and lost money actually was a company on AI, but it was too slow on the technology, and actually the company has lost value during the time that I invested in it, so it wasn't worth it. But sometimes I do those risky stuffs, and if it has leverage, I'm fucked on my ass. So yeah, I usually don't do it. Yeah, that's the thing. Risk management is probably my main flaw as a trader. But I've heard that that's not much of a flaw further down the line as a trader. Because like right now to start, yeah, it is pretty bad because you're risking the only source that you have to invest. But at the same time, further down the line, when you have more resources, you do want to keep doing risky investments so that you can get a little bit more. And I mean, look, every time I invest money, or every time I did invest money, I would always take that money as a loss in my mind. Obviously, I know that I made like 250 euros from 100 euro deposit, so I made a little bit of money, although some transactions lost me money. But overall, in my mind, I lost those first 100 euros that I put in, you know, because I'm never counting that I'm recovering those 100 euros, you know, because I'll always have let's take another example. If I deposit 500, I'll always have 500 invested, even though if I have like 1,000 in profit, I'll take that the half of that 1,000 and invest 500. That's why I always take that as a loss. Just by learning risk management, my trades increased in success almost 50%. I'll be honest, I never even studied risk management. I just know that it's something because it happens to me, right? I need to do a little bit of management of when do I want to risk or not. But risk management sounds like, not gonna lie, sounds a little bit tedious, like a lot of statistics and stuff. I take it more as feelings. I'll examine like the products of the company, as I said, and I'll be like, I feel like this is gonna work, or I feel like this is not gonna work. I feel like this is something that I would use every day or not. That's sort of how I work. I don't really look at financials of companies as much, because any company can fall. Just look at Warner Brothers right now. Like, Warner Brothers was one of the highest rated companies in terms of stock value, right? It had like $100 per stock. Now it's at like $10 or $9 per stock. Just in the past half a decade, it dropped so low. It's astonishing. And nobody would thought that like Warner Brothers was a risky investment, right? But it turned out to be. That's why I don't overthink on risk management, or never studied risk management very deep. But maybe you can give me some tips, Storm. Come on, you're here for a reason. We can work together, mate. We know what we should do, and maybe I should turn off the stream just to say this, but we should start our own bank, mate. You lend me money, I will take that money, lend it back to you, and then we will both be paying the the fees on that money, but we both profited money. You know? I've been researching at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. Damn, that sounds like me when I'm like looking at. I don't know. I've been having my sleep schedules pretty upside down. I've been awake during the nights and asleep during afternoons. So my first hour of the day is mine. Yeah, and that's pretty important, I guess. So about this meta, what are we missing? It should start, right? Do we have a pre-event of some kind? I don't remember this having a pre-event. Watch Humble Trader playlist. Watch them watch. Send me the playlist on Discord. I'll watch it. No meta for some fucking reason. Oh, I'm so fucking dumb. Oh, I feel bad, man. I feel bad. Why am I on the jungle worm if it's the fire elemental now? Why did I fuck this up? Wait. Let me put this right here. Fire elemental. Did I copy it? Right? There we go. Yeah, it's still up for sure, right? For sure, this is still up. The way it's working now? Oh, this has gotta be up. Come on. It's up. Told ya. The way this works now, every time you come here, this is almost up. Oh, some birthday cakes. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped. You're at work. Fuck. Can you send? Oh, you can't send the link through here. Because you're at work. Maybe you can't go to YouTube. But you know what? I'll text you on Discord so that you don't forget, and neither do I. And that way, once you see it on Discord, you'll remind yourself. Random Humble Trader playlist. Humble Trader playlist. Yeah. Time remaining for the fire elemental to spawn. It's 1.5 minutes. Almost there. Almost there. Hey, Dream is online. His online's up here. Fucker is gonna do some raids, I think. On the aerodrome? Come on. Come on. Oh yeah, by the way guys, this build, this Holosmith build, is the build that's currently on Snowcrow's benchmark. I think it's like positioned around 4th place, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check. 4th place, I think. Just Snowcrow's on this bitch. Snowcrow's benchmarks. If you do want to know how much damage you can do with your class and like what's the best class in terms of DPS and all that sort of stuff, you can just go to that link, Snowcrow's benchmarks. There it shows what's the most powerful one, what's the biggest DPS right now. Or oh wait, Power Holosmith is at 23rd. It does a top 39, 808, and 78 of DPS. But it has a 39 average. 39k average is pretty good. Usually I can average like 20 something. Not here though. This is like a level 10, 15 area. If I'm not mistaken. Am I mistaken? What level is this? 16. Effective level 16. Look at that.
Magic battery cell damaged. Failure.
Damage
imminent.
failure.
Excuse me.
Oh no, keep it in. You can do it. That's an order.
Cannot maintain.
I find it funny that he burps. Just burps. And there it is. Our own fire elemental. Here we go.
Strength of the pack! I wield great wisdom.
Pain.
Turn the
How's that
Here's where
feeling?
things get hot. Never saw it
Oh
coming.
no, I pushed 5,000 too far and
We
the
need
match
to
line
be
erupted.
real careful
That
with these
fire elemental will
shockwaves.
incinerate the whole
They're
valley.
the most annoying thing about this meta.
Sharp blades, sharp mind.
Smash him! Get
I see the pattern at last.
Let's burst some of these grenades
You're
on it.
seeing things.
Go back to
We
the
heal as
sword.
one.
Go back to the Golden Forge. Ooh, I got that. It's fine. It's still fine. Oh, oh, oh.
I'm
burning
nigh
a little bit, but
invincible.
It's fine. Got that under control, just in time. Let's put some mines. Throw some grenades. And now go back to the Golden Forge. Do some combos.
Rise and
Dodge that. And try to jump. above it.
Returning to normal parameters. I'm back.
That was close.
I'm neither
It's
here nor
fine.
there.
We got it. Those fucking tornadoes are a pain in the ass. But we can deal with them. Come on.
Above and
Golden
beyond.
Forge again. Grenades over there. And we can burst our 5 just for a little bit of juice on our heat.
From desert heat, reflection.
There we go.
Such synergy.
Amazing.
Another minion down. I'll have to make it.
And let's just, now it's rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat.
I'm neither here nor
Without
there.
overheating, preferably. Overheating is like, I gotta say, man, this is the best spec in terms of design, best in spec, because you do really get the sense of risk versus rewards. You want to go full in, yeah, you can. You'll do tons of damage, but you'll also receive tons of damage from yourself. And I really like that
I
balance
pushed
on
5,000
all
too
this.
far and his magic line
It's like one of
erupted.
the best parts
That
of the
fire
game.
elemental will
You'll see
incinerate
things.
the whole valley.
My god, this tornado doesn't leave me alone. I did use my heal, so I'm gonna get a little bit of juice healing. That may be enough just to hold up the boss to die. We hope.
We're heating up.
We hope. Burst it.
Heat level
Oh
0.
no, on the last fucking second.
Get me on my
Almost.
feet,
We almost got it without dying. Almost, almost. Okay, now we go back to Tarir.
Ferocious
And we go
fire.
do
Oh no,
Octavine.
my dear 5,000.
But yeah, I think that is actually it for today. We've had a really good stream. I think the audio was really good today as well. I'll be playing a little bit more, but I'll do it offline because I'm actually gonna go and take the dog for a walk for now and try to relax a little bit. But yeah, hope you all guys enjoyed this stream. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'll actually start watching as soon as I get home again, Storm. I'll just take the dog out and I'll start watching that playlist. See what it is all about. Nice. But yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Storm, for being here and for being active. I really appreciate it. And yeah, guys, see you all on